Situation ulit kapag boring. Yung reactive trader, nagtitrade ng random setups. Pero yung disciplined trader, nag-aantay, nag-observe. Kapag walang setup, walang trade. Alright guys, today ay pag-uusapan naman natin itong trading psychology. Ano nga ba ito? Bakit may mga trader na profitable, consistent, pero bakit ako ay kapag kaharap ko na yung chart ay ang dami kong mga naiisip? Masyadong makulit yung kamay ko, masyadong makulit yung mga setups ko, FOMO ako sa mga lumilipad na tokens or assets, bakit nag-exit ako kagad, bakit hindi ko nasusunod yung mga plano, yung setups ko, SL ko, ina-adjust ko kapag malapit na dun sa SL ko, yung take profit ko, bakit ko kino-close kagad. So, pag-usapan natin yan guys dito sa video natin today. Itong 3 loss rule, framework, loss spiral, yung 5 demons of trading guys, no? So, bago tayo magsimula, kung hindi nyo pa na-like itong video na ito, please like this video first. Subscribe nyo yung YouTube channel natin. Turn on the bell icon para ma-notify kayo dito sa mga updates natin na ginagawa sa ating YouTube channel guys, no? Trading psychology, isa sa mga importanteng bahagi ito ng trading. So, I've been trading in the markets for a decade now. Kahit gaano kaganda yung pinaka-setups mo, gaano kaganda yung idea mo sa technical analysis, pero when it comes sa emotions, hindi mo ma-handle, baliwala yung mga ganong setups or ganong strategy guys, no? Dito, the real reason bakit yung traders ay nag-fail. Spoiler, it's not the strategy guys, no? Hindi talaga strategy. Dahil lang strategy, kahit gaano ka pa kagaling sa technical analysis, pero hindi mo na kokontrol yung sarili mo, yung emotion mo, baliwala yung mga strategy na yan guys, no? Baliwala na yung idea, yung galing mo sa pagplot ng mga or sa pag observe ng mga patterns sa chart, no? So ngayon, 80% of traders quit in the first year. 12% naman dahil sa bad strategy. The rest is yung psychology. 90% is mindset dito guys sa trading, no? Para maging consistent na maging profitable. You can have the best setup in the world, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina. If you exit early out of the fear or revenge trade, pagkatapos na ma-loss ka, yung setup na yan, hindi na yan nagmamatter guys, no? Dito papasok yung 5 demons of trading. Every trader has fought at least 3 of these, no? Ano nga ba yung sayo dito? Babasahin natin. FOMO or fear of missing out. Entering late because you watch the candle go without you. So parang gusto mo siyang habulin, umaakyat, pero once you set up, yun pala as pinaka-take profit na ng mga nakabili. Yun pala is resistance na, you buy long. Next one is overtrading, no? Taking setups that aren't there because the screen is boring. So if bored ka, hanap ka ng other hobbies, no, na pwede mong gawin. Huwag dito sa trading. And yung revenge trading na tinatawag, no? Doubling down after a loss to get it back and losing more. So sa revenge trading, if like for example, you lost 20 USD, $20, and then you lost, you feel like you're doing revenge trade na. Feel mo, gusto mo mabawi. So from $20, you use $50 or $40. So you doubling down after a loss to get it back. And doon ka pa mas natatalo dahil yung mindset mo, gusto mo na lang bumawi at hindi na mismo doon sa pinakaplano mo, no? Premature exit. Cutting winners early because you're scared of giving back profit. May mga ganyang feeling natin na close ka na to kahit hindi pa naaabutan yung setups natin na take profit dahil baka mawala pa yung pinaka-profit. But if you have plans talaga, you have setups, you have take profit SL, and then if you are willing yung pinaka-setups na yon, or if you are willing and accept kung ano man yung mangyayari, at least you follow your plan, I think for me, that's a win-win pa rin guys, no? Next one is yung paralysis. Setup is perfect, entry is clear, but you freeze and miss it. May kasabihan nga tayo dito sa trading na it's okay to be simple pero effective, no? So, FOMO in action. So, scenario to. Like you've seen this before, like maybe probably last week, no? BTC key resistance breaks, clean setup, pero nag-hesitate ka. Price runs, nagkaroon na ng 3% run. Doon pa lang dapat sa breakout, since you have, like for example, a setup, you started 8 a.m., you're still watching after 8:15 a.m., and then your heart racing, no? So, from the very first pa lang ng breakout, and then if you have plans, dapat you execute your positions na since clean setup, no? So, dito na papasok yung FOMO in doon sa pinakataas, and stop now, 8:22 a.m. Nagkaroon siya ng pullback, and your negative 2.5% dahil hindi mo na-follow yung setup mo nung 8 a.m. Naka-entry ka doon sa pinaka-rally na, which is 3% na. After that, na-trigger yung FOMO mo. So, you just randomly entry and nagkaroon ng pullback, negative 2.5, stop hit, and lose sa setups na yun, guys, no? So, BTC continues up without you. The original setup was right. Yun yung isa sa mga na-experience natin din. If sa tingin mo na okay na yung setups na yun, meron ng confirmations, entry, but you hesitate, no? Again, guys, this is a scenario ng FOMO. Sa gantong approach, once na na-feel mo yan, dapat matanggal mo na tong gantong approach dahil you'll ending up stop hit and you will be regrets after a few minutes dito, guys, no? So, from the start, if you have clean setups, nakita mo na yung pinaka-confirmations, you just need to execute, no? The loss, a spiral dito, I think maraming nakaka-encounter neto. Maraming experience siguro neto. How one bad trade becomes 3 bad trades. So, like for example, you take a loss. Plan trade, risk was defined, and then happens, no? Magkakaroon tayo dito ng emotional state shifts, no? Like, I need to get this back. Yung pinaka-logical brain natin na yan dapat yung gumagana kapag nakafocus tayo is shut down. Next one na gagawin mo dyan is to revenge trade number 1. Kahit wala kang setup, dahil meron kang feeling na gusto mo mag-revenge, just impulse, you decided to add additional size, guys, no? Wag na wag nyong gagawin yan dahil magkakaroon niya ng snowball, magkakaroon ng bigger losses, account down negative 4%, instead na 1% lang, so you'll be panic, and spiral complete, mas malaki yung malulos mo, guys, no? So, ano nga ba yung approach ko dito? So, pag ganito, guys, na nafe-feel ko na yung sarili ko is gustong mabawi yung pinaka-loss, no? I like you feel a revenge trade. Much better to turn up your PC, maglakad-lakad, hanap ka ng other hobbies. I play bowling, I walk outside, touch grass, no? So, ganun lang. Pang disconnect lang sa chart, sa keyboard, dahil once na mas lalong na feel mo na you want to win back, you want to revenge, mas lalong magkakaroon ng snowball at mas lalong lalaki yung losses mo dito, guys. And ending up of bigger losses. So, ito yung pinaka-discipline framework, guys, no? Before, during, after. So, ito yung pinaka-thinking or mindset ng mga matatagal na talaga sa market, merong discipline, and yung mga pro experienced trader, guys, no? So, before the trade, is this in my trading plan? So, tatanungin mo yan. During the trade, let the trade breathe. Don't watch every candle. And then, after the trade, kailangan mo i-journal. Merong mga journal example like sa Notion, Claude. Dati ay journal my trades sa spreadsheets. Pero ngayon, marami nang pwede i-journal sa Claude, sa Notion, guys, no? Next one, what's my risk? Like, max 1% to 2%. Only move stops to break even. Never widen. Like, meron tayong approach na kapag malapit na sa SL natin, ina-adjust pa natin, and mas lalaki pa yung loss natin, guys, no? So, never widen. If ever na umakyat siya dun sa pinaka nag-positive, mas mataas dun sa entry mo, you just, or sa end ko, I just set the stops to break even, or kahit pa paano meron akong profits ng content. If ever na mag-rally, that's good, no? Did you follow your rules, no? Napaka-importante ito. Meron tayong mga rules in terms of trading. If it's A+, so may mga confirmations, may breakdowns, meron bang nakita ka sa chart na tingin mo is malaking probability na tama yung bias mo. So, did you follow your rules? Napaka-importante yan. Where is my stop before entry? Ayan, kailangang intindihan yan before the trade, no? One trade at a time. Meron tayong nakikita, guys, especially sa Facebook, ang daming entries, ang daming open positions. Kapag nagkaroon ng pagbagsak ng presyo, snowball din. Lahat madadami, no? So, dito, as long as na A+ yan, kahit isang setup lang yan, for me, I think okay na yan. Though I've been doing this in the crypto space, but I realize when I get more ideas, experience, na hindi siya practical, guys, no? So, one trade at a time during the trade. After the trade, what did you feel during the trade execution? So, you can just journal that. Masyado ba akong naging aggressive? Masyado ba akong hopeful sa trade na yon, no? What's my realistic target? Napaka-importante din to. Like, just we plot the R&R and take profits and stop loss, guys, no? During the trade, if feel anxious ka, that's a signal to review yung size or yung margin mo na baka masyadong malaki, hindi ka mapakali, no? After the trade, 3 losses, step away for today, no? Again, kapag 3 losses na, huwag mo nang dadagdagan pa, step away for today. Shut down your PC, walk away, look for other hobbies, that's it. So, your journal is your edge, no? Medyo hindi sexy itong gantong approach, pero this separates who survives from who quits, no? So, malaking bagay ito. Parang pinaka-data mo just to cross-validate, just to backtest kung ano yung mga na-execute mo, yung feeling mo during that time, no? Dito nga, what to lag every trade, like entry price and time, napaka-importante to. Like the exact entry, not approximation. Ito, pwede mong i-add to if you have journal. Emotion score mo, you can measure from 1 to 10. Ano yung nafe-feel mo nung nag-entry ka? Na-FOMO ka ba? Feel mo ba na focus ka ba? Bored, anxious, confident, uncertain? So, you can just log doon sa pinaka-trading journal mo, guys, no? Plan versus reality. Did you follow your plan exactly? So, pwede mong i-note yan. I followed my plan. Like, for example, I got stop out, but no problem. I follow my plan. So, that's okay. So, screenshot. You can screenshot yung pinaka-chart. Like, every chart na ma-encounter mo, napakalaking bagay yan. It will be compounded yan for the idea developments, for your self-growth, guys, no? Chart at entry and exit. Lesson, yan. Pwede mo rin, napaka-importante ito na para i-take note yung pinaka-takeaway mo per trade. So, pag-usapan natin yung 3 loss rule dito. So, one rule that protects your account for you. If you take 3 consecutive losses, stop trading for the day, no? Yan din yung sinabi natin doon sa discipline framework. No exceptions, no more setup, lag it, close the chart, walk away. So, stops the spiral. Kapag meron ka ng 3 losses, this means na emotionally compromised ka na dito, guys, no? Kapag nag-continue ka pa, mas marami ka pang loss na may encounter. And, kailangan mong mag-build ng trust sa sarili mo. Following your own rules make you a more disciplined trader over time. And, preserves capital. Your account is your business. Kailangan mong protektahan yan dahil nag-iisa lang yan, no? Tomorrow is a new day. Markets reopen, magre-reset yung edge mo, and come back fresh. So, ito yung 3 loss rule, guys, no? Again, take note of this idea. Alright, so, puntahan naman natin itong consistency over perfection, no? So, like for example, we have this situation, merong reactive trader, tas merong disciplined trader, guys, no? Ano nga ba yung ginagawa nila? Ano nga ba yung difference dito if ever man na merong mga situation na ganito, guys, no? Okay, like in the situation na after mo ma-hit yung PNL, so yung reactive trader, mas nag-i-increase pa sila ng size immediately. Same size, same rules naman sa disciplined trader. After naman na matalo, yung reactive trader, nagre-revenge trade siya or nagki-quit na lang. So, pag disciplined trader, nire-review yung trades niya, nilalag, and reset lang ulit. Situation ulit, kapag boring, yung reactive trader, nagtitrade ng random setups. Pero yung disciplined trader, nag-aantay, nag-observe, kapag walang setup, walang trade. When uncertain, yung reactive trader, half in, then add later. Pero yung disciplined trader, pass the trade entirely. Next situation, end of month, nag-force ng trades yung mga reactive trader. Yung disciplined trader, let the month close as is. So yan yung mga kaibahan ng consistency over perfection. Reactive trader versus disciplined trader in particular situation, guys, no? So, build the mental routine. Ito, lagi kong sinasabi ito, especially kapag I've been doing trade, I'm share my experience sa community. Small habits compound into a bulletproof trading mindset, no? Kapag pre-market, you can just review daily basis, bear, bull, uptrend, downtrend ba, mark yung key support and resistance levels, set max loss for the day, no phone in hand, no news scrolling. And during the session, only take A+ setup from your plan, check emotion score before each entry. If 2 losses hit, halve your size. Kalahatiin mo if meron ka ng 2 loss, no? Huwag mo na paabutin sa pangatlo dahil once na matrigger yung 3 losses, execute yung 3 lose rule, guys, no? No exceptions, no more setup, lag it, close the charts, shut down your PC, walk away. And bathroom break din pag may time, no? CR din every 90 minutes. Seriously, guys, no? Okay lang na mag-CR, exercise, galaw-galaw. So, post-market naman, journal every trade like 15-minute max. Screen record your session. Laking bagay din siguro sa akin ito dahil I've been doing trading, I've been doing live stream, and then if may gusto kong i-review, I replay my live stream, check ko yung ano yung magiging approach ko during that time. So, malaking bagay din ito, record your session, guys, no? Screen record. Rate your discipline from 1 to 10. I mentioned this one, like na-FOMO ka ba, anxious ba, focus ka ba, or meron ka bang gustong habulin doon sa trade na yon, FOMO nga, at revenge trade, confident ka ba during that time, or calm, anxious, bored, no? So, ganun, you can just rate yung pinaka-discipline mo. Napakalaking bagay din to just to heads up your emotion. So, no chart watching after close, guys, no? Move na. Uy, pag na check mo yung chart na trinade mo ulit, parang magkakaroon ka pa ng regrets, no? So, wag mo nang gawin yon. No chart watching after close ng trades, no? Just move on. So, key takeaways dito, guys, no? Your biggest enemy in trading is not the market. It's a version of you that abandons your plan. Pangalawa, FOMO, revenge trading, and premature exits are emotional responses. Hindi siya mistakes. So, kailangan mong i-fix yan. Journal every trade. Walang journal, wala kang growth. Paano mo siya ma-study? Paano mo siya ma-review? Kung hindi mo siya na-lag, hindi mo siya na-journal. This is non-negotiable, guys, no? I've been keep mentioning this one. Meron pa akong whiteboard. I just write down. So, feel free to journal. Merong Notion, merong Claude, merong spreadsheet, kahit doon lang. Or if you have like notebook, you can just write it down, no? So, pang-apat, apply the 3 lose rule. Balik naman tayo ulit dito. Ano ang ginagawa kapag meron ka ng 3 consecutive losses? Stop trading for the day. And to protect your account from your own bad days. Pang-5, discipline is not a talent, no? Ito ay sistema na natin. Kaya build one and follow it daily. Alright. So, lack of confidence is lack of evidence. You don't need more confidence before you start journaling. Napaka-importante ng pagjo-journal. Diyan mo mache-check, mababacktest, mapagpaplanuhan ulit, makapag-review ng data, and mas mag-improve yung self-development, trades, moving forward, guys, no? You need more trades. The data builds the belief, no? So, yun, guys. Hope you got some insights dito sa video natin today. Master the mind, master the market. Execute and discipline every single day. Yun lang guys, if you find this video interesting, please like this video and subscribe yung YouTube channel natin. Feel free to comment guys kung meron kayo mga questions dito sa ating YouTube channel sa video natin today. I've been doing this for those who ask questions. And yeah, hope you get some insights dito. Trading psychology, why your mindset determines your PNL. Yun lang guys, peace out. Bye for now.